All right, hello again, second grade. We are going to put our words in our notebook. So get your notebook out. We're going to start on page 5. So if you need a second to get there, pause the video. All right, page 5. We have our multi-letter consonant patterns. That just means a phonogram that's 2 or more letters and makes a consonant sound. All right. So on our very top line, we should have th. If you don't have th on the top line, write it in and say it while you write it. All right, class, what word did we use this phonogram in that we learned today? All right, if you said thumb, you are correct. But how do we say thumb to spell it? Good, we say thumb. Thumb. All right, so in our first box here, go ahead and write thumb. Say the sounds while you write them. All right, class, what did you write to spell that word? Good. Good. And B. All right, go ahead and mark your word if you didn't yet, starting at the beginning. Right, so we need to underline our th and double underline our silent letter, which is good, B. All right. That's it for that page. So our next page is page 11. Turn to page 11. All right, page 11. This is a single vowel usually says its name. So these are the 3 different ways our vowels can say their name. When I was looking over our quizzes, I realized we need to review this because a lot of us were just thinking we could just randomly make a vowel say its name. And that is not the case. Our vowels in a close usually say their first sound. So a, ah usually says ah. It can't say a unless something lets it say a. So the first way that our vowel can say its name, this is first because it's the most common, is what? Good, with a silent final E. All right, so we had a review word that used a silent final E to make the vowel say its name, and that was the word side. So we're just gonna go ahead and hopefully we have our vowels written in here. If we don't, we'll go ahead and write them in now. And remember, we always, almost always in our notebook, put I and Y together in this bracket. That's because they make the same vowel sounds. All right. So which vowel did we have saying its name inside? And I hope we said our I-E was saying its name inside. All right, and how do we make this say its name inside? Good, with a silent final E, job 1. So go ahead and write side. On this third line, say the sounds while you write them. All right, then go back to the beginning and mark it. All right, class, what did you write to spell side? Good. I did. And see, right now this says Sid. This can't say I if there's not something letting it say its name. So what do we need to add? Good. Silent final E, job 1. Then we go back to the beginning and mark the whole job. Okay. All right, so we've got side. To make it into B-side, we just add the syllable B in front of it, which is what kind of syllable? Good, an open syllable. All right, so we reviewed one way our vowel can say its name with a silent final E. What's the next most common way our vowel can say its name? Number 2. Good, in an open syllable. And we saw that a lot in our words today. We had between, behind, beside, and around. The first syllable of all of those words were open syllables. That was how our vowel could say its name. It can't say its name for no reason. It has to have one of the 3 things that makes it say its name. All right, so with a silent final E and an open syllable, what's the third way? All right, if you had your note, I hope everyone has their notebook by now. If you had it in front of you, you would have seen this and you could have said I and O may say I and O when followed by 2 consonants. All right, so again, we're just going to put the base word that we had in behind, right? I don't want us to get confused when we see an open syllable in the first syllable and then see our I and O rule. But hind is also, it's a base word, right? And then B is our prefix. All right, so hind, when you're talking about hind, it means the back. So you could say the animal hurt its hind leg. That means its back leg. All right, what are we gonna write to spell hind, class? Good, I-N-D. And what makes our I say I? Good, I and O may say I and O when followed by 2 consonants. Go ahead and write hind. Say the sounds while you write them. All right, class, what did you write to spell hind? Good. Good. All right, go back to the beginning and mark it. All right, we're gonna mark our vowel, as we always underline our vowel when it says its name. All right, let's call that good for this video.